For this project, I will be using a size G crochet hook and the sugar and cream cotton, crochet cotton. This is a size 4 medium weight crochet cotton. And I'm going to be using a solid color, but you can absolutely make this little dishcloth in a variegated color and you can get a really pretty pattern that looks like this. But I'm going to be using the solid color today because I think you'll be able to see the pattern a little bit better. And also, I don't have any solid color dishcloths in my little kitchen drawer, so I need some. So that's what I'll be making. I also, you may need a little yarn needle for weaving in your yarn at the end, and a little pair of scissors, of course, to trim our yarn when we are all finished. So to start out, I'm going to make a little slip knot. So we're just going to curl our yarn around and then under the loop to make a little pretzel. And then we're just going to pick up this little piece of yarn right here, lift it up, up, up to make our slip knot. Now I'm going to chain 44. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, and 44. Now, in our second chain from our hook, we're going to do a single crochet. So skip this first chain from the hook, we're going right into the second one, and we're going to do 1 single crochet. Now we're going to skip 2 chains. So skipping this one, and we're going to do 5 double crochet in this next one. So skip 1, 2, and here we're going to do 5 double crochets. There's a 1. And let me slow that down for anybody who is a beginner. I would love this project to be super beginner friendly because it is a pretty easy project as long as you know how to do the stitches. So let me redo that. So we're skipping 1, 2. To do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, and then yarn over and draw through 2 more loops. So that was 1 double crochet, and we're going to do 4 more into that same chain. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, and yarn over and draw through 2 loops. And then again, to make our third one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. Now we've got 3. Let's work on our fourth one. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. Now we'll do our fifth one, which is the last one in this chain. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. Now we're going to take a look at our chain again. We're going to skip 1, 2, and do a single crochet in that next little chain. So skipping this one and this one, we're going right into this one. So insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2. There's our single crochet. And now what we've done so far is a single crochet, a shell, and then a single crochet. And that is what we're going to do across the entire thing. We're just going to repeat that down the length of our chain. So we're going to skip 2 chains again. And in this third one, so skip 1, skip 2, and in this one, we're going to do our shell again. So that's 5 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops. And then again, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and yarn over, draw through 2. Once again, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and that is 3 so far. We've got 2 more to go. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and then last one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now we're going to take a look at our chain again. We're going to skip 1, skip 2, and put a single crochet right there. Oh. There we go. And now we have 2 shells and 1, 2, 3 single crochets so far. Now to continue on down our chain, we're going to skip 1, 2 little chains, and we're going to make a shell in this next little chain. So there's 1 double crochet. Here's our second one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and that is 4 so far. 1 more, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now look at our little chain. We're going to skip 1, skip 2, and insert our hook right into this next one right here to do a single crochet. There we go. Now we've got 3 little shells on our chain. Now skip 2 little chains, and into this next one we're going to make another shell. So that's just 5 double crochets. There's 1. Here's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. There's 5. Okay. Now skip 2 more chains and single crochet in the next one. Great. There we go. Now we're going to skip 2 more chains and do another shell. So we've got this one, and this one is the one we're going into. So skip, skip, and work into this one. We've got 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, and 5 double crochets. Now we're going to skip over 2 chains and do a single crochet in the next one. Yep. There we go. 1 more little shell on our chain. Now we're going to skip 2 more chains and do a shell in the next one. So skip, skip, and working into this one right here, we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, draw through 2 loops, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Here's our third one right here. And our fourth one, and our 5th one. There we go. And now we're going to skip 2 chains and single crochet in this next one. And now we've got, I think, just one last shell to do. Let's see. So we're going to skip these 2 and work into this one. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now we're doing our 2nd double crochet. Here we go. Our 3rd double crochet, our 4th double crochet, and then one last one. Draw through 2, draw through 2, and now we're going to skip 2 chains, and in our very last chain we do a single crochet. And with that, row 1 is done. Now working on row 2. So we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to turn. We're going to do 2 double crochets in this very first little single crochet. So 1 double crochet, find that first little single crochet, there we go, and 1 more double crochet. Now this counts as 3 double crochets because that first one is our chain 3, and then we did 2 more double crochets. Now we're going to skip the next double crochets, the next 2 double crochets in our shell, and do a single crochet in the 3rd one, which is the middle one in our shell. So if we look at our little shell here, we've got our 5 double crochets. We've got 1 here, 2 here, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to be going right into that 3rd one with a single crochet. Just like that. So now we have a half of a shell and a single crochet. Now we're going to find the next single crochet that we did. So skip a double crochet, and find this single crochet. That is where we will be doing a shell. Are you ready? So the shell is 5 double crochets, and we're skipping this double crochet, going right into that single crochet right there. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. There's 1 double crochet of our shell. Now we're going to yarn over in that same single crochet. We're going to do 4 more double crochets. So we've done a yarn over, insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. There's 2 double crochets. Let's do a 3rd one. Yarn over, insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now a 4th one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And last one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now what we're going to do a single crochet again in our center double crochet of our shell. So we're going to skip the first double crochet, skip the 2nd double crochet, and do a single crochet right in that 3rd double crochet. All right, now we have a half of a shell, a single crochet, a full shell, and another single crochet. Now we're going to once again skip the 2 double crochets and go right into that single crochet here. And we're going to do a shell right there. So again, 5 double crochets. So we're just repeating what we did over here. So we've got 1 double crochet in that little single crochet. Here's 2 double crochets. Here's 3 double crochets. Here's 4 double crochets. And here's 5 double crochets. And now we're going to skip 2 double crochets and single crochet right into that 3rd little double crochet. Now we're going to skip those 2 double crochets once again and do a shell in our single crochet. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Here's our second double crochet of our shell right here. Our third one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Our fourth one right here. And our fifth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And now we're going to skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into the next one. And here we go. Now we've got a half a shell and 1, 2, 3 full shells on our second row. And now we're going to do another shell in the single crochet. So we're just repeating this. You guys probably have the hang of it now, but I'm just gonna slowly crochet along with you so that if you are a beginner, you can stay along with us. I bet you're doing an awesome job. Okay, so we're going to skip our first double crochet, skip our second double crochet, and we're going to be doing our 5 double crochets right into our single crochet right there. 1 double crochet right here, 2 double crochets right here, 3 double crochets right here, 4 double crochets right here, 5 double crochets right here, and then we're going to skip a double crochet, skip a double crochet, and single crochet right into this top shell right here. So all of the dish towels that I've crocheted in my kitchen so far are pink. So this is another pink one to add to my collection. Comment down below and let me know what color yours is. I'd be so excited. Also, this is such a beautiful gift to make for someone. If somebody's moving into a new home and they already have like colors picked out, you can pick like colors to match their new kitchen or bathroom. I've seen people use these as like washcloths as well, but I think they work so well for dish towels because they're cotton. So I use them to dry my dishes and they dry really well. So, okay, back to the project. Skip 1 double crochet, skip another double crochet, and in this little single crochet right here, we're going to do our 5 double crochets to make another shell. So we've done a yarn over, insert our hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, and yarn over, draw through 2. Then yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Making our fourth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And fifth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And we're going to now skip our next double crochets, 1, 2, and do a little single crochet in that third one right there. Now skip 2 more double crochets, 1, 2, and we're going to do 1 last full shell in our last single crochet. I have a hair on there. There we go. Okay, are we ready? Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Second one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Another one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Fourth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. And fifth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now we're going to skip 2 double crochets, a single crochet in this next one right here. And now we are going to be doing a half of a shell. So to do that, we're going to do 3 double crochets in that last little single crochet. So yarn over, you got to find it so we can see that here's a double crochet, here's a double crochet, this one is our single crochet right there. So sometimes it's helpful if you kind of find it beforehand and loosen it up a little bit so that you know where your hook is going. So yarn over, insert your hook into that last little single crochet, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Again, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and then one more time, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn, and we are on row 3. So we should have a half a little shell, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 full shells, and another little half of a shell. So now we've done our chain 1 turn, and in the top of this first double crochet, we are going to do a single crochet. And then we're going to skip 2 double crochets, and we're going to do 5 double crochets in this next little single crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now another one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Our third one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. A fourth one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and our last one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2. Now we're going to skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into that third double crochet on our shell. Now you can see that this pattern completely repeats itself, and each new row will either start with a single crochet or a half of a shell. So this one, row 3, started with a single crochet, and then we went into a full shell. So when we flip around and start the next row, it will start with 3 double crochets, so a half shell, and then move into a single crochet. So either way, the middle of the pattern all goes exactly the same. You do single crochets on top of your shell, and then shells on top of your single crochet. And that's all. So we're ready to move on to our next little shell. So we're looking for our little single crochet. It's right there. And that is where we will be doing our next shell. So that is 5 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook, up, and draw up a loop. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, draw through 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and last one, yarn over, insert your hook, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, draw through 2, and then skip 2 double crochets and single crochet on the top of your shell where that third double crochet is. Now we're going to do another shell. So we're finding our little single crochet over here, and we're going to do 5 double crochets into it. So there's 1 right there. Here's 2. Here's 3. Here's 4. And here's 5. And then we're going to, whoopsie-doo, we're going to skip 2 double crochets and single crochet in the top of our shell. So once you get this pattern down, it goes really fast. It's like a really quick pattern because it's mostly double crochets, so it goes pretty fast, but also it's just very repetitive, so it's easy. You can do this while you're watching a movie or while you're just kind of hanging out. So I'm working on my next shell. It's also a nice small project, so you can bring it on a road trip with you, or if you're like me, you bring something to keep you occupied while you're in the waiting room of your dentist or wherever you happen to be, maybe sitting in the car line waiting to pick up your kids from school or something like that. So I'm just moving right along. I just did 1 more shell and a single crochet in the top of this shell. And once again, I'm going to do the same thing, skip 2 double crochets, and in that single crochet, we'll do 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, and then skip 2 single crochet. And in the next single crochet, skip your 2 doubles. In the next single crochet, we'll do another shell. Here's 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4, whoop. Don't go too fast, you'll lose your loops. Is that 5? Yuppers. Skip 2 single crochet in the third one, and 1 last full shell right here. So we've got skip 2 double crochets, find our single crochet to do 5 double crochets for our last shell. There's 2, there's 3, and 4, and 5, and we are left with 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. And that means we put a single crochet in the top of that third one, which is actually the top of our chain 3, which counted as our double crochet, so that's fine. We're going to do a little single crochet right there in the top of our chain 3. Now, so each row either starts with a single crochet or a half of a shell. So since this one ended with a single crochet, the next one is going to start with a half of a shell. So we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and flip it around, because this is going to be the first double crochet in our half shell. So that little chain counts as our first double crochet. And then we do 2 more double crochets in that single crochet. So here's 1, and here's 2. So we've got a half of a shell. So this is exactly like row number 2, starting with half of a shell. Now we skip our 2 double crochets and do a single crochet in that third double crochet, which is the top of our shell. And then we skip 2 double crochets, and right into that single crochet, we're going to do 5 double crochets to make another shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then skip 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and single crochet in the top of our shell. And skip 2 double crochets, and in our next single crochet we do our 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into the next one. So here we go. To complete your little dishcloth, I like to work 24 rows. So you want to repeat rows 2 and 3 until you have about 24 rows. You might want to go longer, it's up to you. Really, you can make it as big or as small as you want it, but for me, 24 rows makes it about perfectly square. So that's what I always aim for, and you can count your rows by looking at your full shells and your half shells. So we've got a full, a half, a full, a half. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on our 4th row right now. So, yep, you've probably got the hang of it at this point. So we can just chit chat for a little bit, and you can go back to rows 2 and 3 as many times as you want to, so that you can crochet along with me until you really get the hang of it. But I bet you've got it by now. I bet you guys are doing so well. I'm so excited. Please let me know what color you're using and who you're crocheting for. I think this makes such a really, really sweet little gift also, because it's very useful. I mean, I love crocheting gifts for people, but I also especially like making them gifts of things that I actually use in my own home, because it's just nice to have, like, you know, the practical things that you have to use every day, like a dishcloth. isn't it nice when it's a beautiful handmade one that matches your home? You know what I mean? I think that those like practical gifts, if you can make them special, it's just really sweet because it's something that somebody's going to use and they're going to think of you when they use it. So it's kind of like adding a little bit of just handmade luxury to your everyday mundane tasks, you know? So I think that if you make like a set of little dish towels, like maybe for a holiday, like you could do a red one, a green one, a white one for Christmas, or you can do, like I said before, something to match a friend's new home. Like you could pick, like if their kitchen is blue, for example, you could get like the blue variegated yarn and then like a white yarn and then a blue solid yarn and make them like a beautiful set of little dishcloths. That would be just so fun and so pretty. So we're skipping our very last 2 double crochets on this row, and I'm going into this single crochet with a half of a shell. So again, since this row ends in a single crochet, this one here, it means, or my last one, it means that this one needs to end in a half shell. So I'm going to do the 3 double crochets in this last little single crochet. And again, it might be useful to look and see where that last little single crochet is. There it is. So that's where I'm going with 3 double crochets. So there's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. And now, since I just ended that row with a half a shell, I'm going to start the next one with a single crochet. So chain 1, turn, and single crochet in this very first double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to skip the next 2 double crochets and do our shell in this first single crochet right here. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets, 3 double crochets, 4 double crochets, and 5 double crochets. Skip 2 double crochets and single crochet in the middle of your shell. And you all just continue on repeating your rows 2 and 3 until you have about 24 rows, or as many rows as you want to make your little dishcloth as big or as small as you want it. About to start my last 2 rows, so I should have 22 rows completed, and then I'm going to work on 23 and 24. So let's just count to make sure. So I've got 1 shell, then a half shell, that's 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. All right, so we're going to start row 23 here. And I just ended 22 with 3 double crochets, or ended 22 with 3 double crochets. So 23 is going to start with a single crochet. So chain 1 and turn. And I'm going to put a single crochet right in my first, top of that first double crochet. So there's a single crochet. Now I'm going to skip 2 double crochets, and down in that first single crochet, I'm going to do 5 double crochets. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then I will skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into the center of that shell, and then skip 2 double crochets and do 5 double crochets into this next single crochet to make another shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then skip 2 double crochets, single crochet into the center of that shell, and then skip 2 double crochets and do 5 double crochets into that next single crochet. There's 2, here's 3, there's 4, and 5, skip 2 double crochets, single crochet, and skip 2 double crochets and another shell. 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet. Can you see how fast this goes? Once you've got the hang of the pattern, it's like you can just zip right along. You can chit chat, hang out, watch a little something, listen to an audiobook, whatever you want to do. So this is row, 23, and we're doing 24 rows, and I would say this whole dishcloth would take, it might take me about an hour from start to finish, so it's kind of a nice quick little project. I think if you're a beginner, maybe it'll take, I don't know, maybe 2 hours, but it's not a super long project. It's kind of nice to have quick little projects like this to, for like, if you need like last minute gifts for someone, or if you just need something to do with your hands, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a busybody, so I'm always cleaning something or organizing something or something like that, and I think it drives people crazy. I'm sure my family is like, Anita, can you just sit down and have a movie night without having to go get up and do a zillion things? So this is what I do. I'm still doing something, but I can sit still during a movie and crochet. Okay, so this is the last full shell on row 23. So in the very last double crochet, which is actually a chain 3, we're going to do our single crochet. Now, since we're ending this row with a single crochet, we're going to start the next one with a half chain. So I'm going, or a half shell. So I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That's going to count as our first double crochet on row 24, and here's our last row. Are you guys so excited? Doesn't that look pretty? I love how the top edge has a pretty little scallop to it. So anywho, okay, so we've got our first double crochet, which is our chain 3, and now we're going to do 2 more double crochets into this first single crochet here. There's 1 and there's 2, so that makes a half of a shell to start this row. Skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into the top of the last row's shell. Now yarn over, insert your hook. We're going to do 5 double crochets into this single crochet right here. Here's 2, here's 3, 4, and 5, and now we skip 2 double crochets and single crochet into the top of our chain, and then skip 2 double crochets and we do 5 double crochets in the top of that little single crochet right there. There's 2. I think my yarn split. Let's see what's happening there. I'm just gonna redo that one. I don't like it when my yarn splits and then I have one crazy little piece of yarn hanging out on the top of the stitch. Might as well make it perfect, right? There's 3. There's 4. And here's our 5th double crochet to complete that little shell. Now skip 2 double crochets, single crochet in the top of this little shell. skip 2 double crochets and do 5 double crochet in this little single crochet. There's 2, there's 3, there's 4, and 5. Now skip 2 double crochets and single crochet in the top of that shell. Skip 2 double crochets and double crochet 5 times in that little single crochet. There's 2, there's 3, here's 4, and a 5. Now skip 2 double crochets, single crochet in the top of that shell. Skip 2 double crochets and 5 double crochets right here. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, a 4, and a 5, and then skip 2 double crochets, single crochet in the top of that shell. Skip 2 double crochets and 5 double crochets. Ooh, and this is going to be our last full shell for our last row. So there's 4 double crochets. Here's 5 double crochets, and now skip 2 single crochet in the top of that shell, and then skip 2, and in our very last little single crochet right here, there it is, we're going to do a half of a shell, so 3 double crochets. So there's 1, there's 2, and there is 3. All finished. Okay, so now we can grab our little scissors, or big scissors if you have big scissors. And I'm just going to pull this loop out, because now we can take our little yarn needle and just weave our ends in. Oh, if I can thread it, here we go. So now I like to just run my yarn under the bottom of my stitches. So I just go through here, through the bottom just to cover it up, and then, oh, can I get through there? There we go. And then I might just scoot down to the next row and run it down through the bottom of some of these stitches too. So just weave it in however you like to weave in your little ends. And then once I've got it under a bunch of stitches, I'm just going to snip. And then we can finish off the bottom too. So same thing, I'll probably just run it under the bottom of these stitches, and then maybe these ones up here too. So I'm going to find, let's see, first let's bring it over a little bit. Bring it over here and then just run it under the bottom of these stitches. And then let's see if my yarn is long enough to reach this next little bit of stitches. Oh yes, I think so. Going up to the next row to run it under these stitches. And there we go. And now we can just snip this yarn and we are all finished. Look how pretty this is. Let me show you the pretty texture. So it has like a nice pretty little shell stitch to it. I love the little scalloped edge along the top. And then let me show you once again, if you choose to use a variegated yarn, it would look like this. Wouldn't that be a pretty set to make someone? Well, this pretty set is going in the drawers in my kitchen, but it would also be a beautiful gift. I hope you guys had fun crocheting along with me, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.